So last December we got the very latest movie in the Star Wars Saga, The Last Jedi. And LEGO celebrated that with some very special brickheads, including one of Kylo Ren and Ren. Now these brickheads were released in two different sets. One was a limited edition where you could get where you got both of them. You can also buy them separately at the LEGO store, which is what I did. So let's start off with Kylo Ren, the bad guy in the movie. Now this set really does him justice, which is not always the case with brickheads. The biggest highlight of this build is definitely the hair. I mean, they got the lock on the hair on his face right. They got the twists and turns of it on the sides, and they even got the little flip up on the back right. It really looks good, even though there are some studs on the top of his head, which I think it looks a bit weird. My biggest issue with that is that the rest of his hair is smooth, and I think it would have looked better if that part was smooth as well. I don't really get why there are, well, 4 studs on the top of his head. Now, just like with the other brickheads, there are no stickers included, only printed pieces, and we really got some nice ones here. There are some prints on his face showing off the scar Kylo Ren as in The Last Jedi. It also shows the freckle, and that's a very tiny detail, but I really like that they included that. Now on his torso we see part of his coat and we see a belt buckle, and the belt buckle was actually attached by a Technic axle with a stud attached to the interior bricks with axle connections. And this way it pops a little bit, but it doesn't turn around, so that's a very nice touch. On the back we see Kylo's cape, which looks alright, but this is really not anything special. He also holds his famous red lightsaber with two handles, and that gives it the shape of a sword. And of course he's standing on his very own base with a printed tile on it saying Series 2. So Kylo Ren looks really good, but so does Rey. I mean, she has less details, but the actual woman also doesn't have as many details as Kylo Ren does in this movie. However, we do see some details. For instance, there's a printed brick on her tile on her torso to show her costume. There are also 2 wedge pieces that are below that to give you the correct look of her clothes that she wears in the movie. And also there's a printed brick on her back, and that's a really nice detail. They didn't have to do that, and they didn't do that actually with a lot of the other brickheads, but in this case it's a really nice extra. I mean, you're probably not going to look at it that much, but it's really nice that it's there. And just with Kylo Ren, the hair of Rey is really a highlight of this set. Rey wears her hair in a very special way, with the 3 buns on the back of her head at the beginning of the movie, and just a ponytail on top for the rest of the movie. And LEGO went with the last hairstyle, but it really made it look good. Because they used a lot of cheese wedges and curved tiles to really show off the playfulness and the messiness of Rey's hair. It's not just a ponytail, it's a little bit messy, and it looks amazing. And again, there are 2 studs on top of her head, and that is a shame, because this could be easily solved by adding 2 tiles and smoothing it all out. Just with Kylo Ren, they chose to put a 2x2 plate on there. If you use tiles, it would have looked so much better. So I think that's a bit of a bummer, but it's not too bad. Overall though, I do think the hair looks amazing. Now, of course, Rey also carries a lightsaber, a blue one in this case, and she also has her very own base with a tile mentioning that this is Series 2. So overall, I think these 2 brickheads are very nicely done. I mean, the people who have been watching this channel and for the past few months know that this is not always the case. I mean, the last 2 brickheads of Star Wars, at least, weren't all that amazing, but these 2 really do justice to the character, so I really like them. Now, apart from the studs on the top of their heads, and I don't really have anything bad to say about them, so these will be a nice addition to the collection of fans of the brickheads or of Star Wars or both. So that's it for me today. If you liked the video, please hit a thumbs up. I'll be back on Thursday with a new video. So if you don't want to miss that or any future videos, hit subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.